number one.
Jimmy is being a cheap ass. You know, I'm like, damn.
You heard it here first. Joe Rogan listens to our podcast.
Right, we're the best. You know, they say people that cuss are moronic, so I'm an honest motherfucker. Put the fish away, Reggie.
It don't even hurt to give birth anymore.
Not for me.
Did you really say that?
Nothing to it.
Okay.
Let's do it. Come on. I'm ready. I want to do it.
I wear a thong. I got one on right now. You want to see?
Jimmy and Geek. Madhouse Bar Talks, baby.
That is a bunch of shit, if you ask me. That ain't make no sense.
Good morning, February 2nd. We got a special guest today.
Hello.
Hello.
It is Becca. And Becca is a new young entrepreneur we have. And you guys have been at it about a year, I heard. Whenever it first opened up on, when that Maple closed, basically. I kept hearing that this was going to happen. I kept hearing about it. And now here it is. And you showed up in here the other day. And when you showed up, you were selling Beccaquitto.
Yes, Beccaquitto.
Beccaquitto. Is that how you're saying it? Beccaquitto.
Right.
I don't know how to say it.
Becquitto.
Beccaquitto.
It's a combination of Becca and Coquito, so Becquitto.
But is it any different than Coquito?
Yes.
It is different. It's just, I mean,
It's special, first of all.
it's okay. It's special.
Kiss every bottle when it goes out.
No, so we have a great recipe. Obviously, everyone who makes Coquito makes theirs a little different. You know, my mom made hers a little different. I put a little kick to mine. Between mine, Brett, everybody does it a little different, but we took it to another level and we started adding lots of different flavors and playing with different flavors to come up with new things, and so it's a great product.
Okay, awesome. Mm-hmm. So you got a license now and you're distributing, right?
Yes, my partners and I have a license to manufacture and distribute. Yes.
And how is that going? I heard it's in Apples down the street.
It's in actually quite a few places. I'm really excited. Like you said, we did start talking about this a little over a year ago. The dream started going into process. We had some difficulties getting started. Lots of difficulties. It's been a long year. It's a group of us who've been working together to get this thing going. But currently we have, I would say, maybe 8 or 9 stores in the area in just the past couple weeks that have decided to put our product on the shelf.
And how long have you had your license to distribute?
The license just actually finally took effect like 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So we had hired an attorney to take care of it for us starting last year, and he wasn't quite doing what we needed done, or there were some processes that weren't being taken care of. So eventually it got done, and about 3 weeks ago we were able to start marketing and getting the product out there.
And getting it out, okay. Mm-hmm. And you have, right now I saw on the website that you're doing just Lorain County?
To start, yes. We wanted to see how we would do in Lorain County. I have ventured out to a couple places outside of Lorain County just to kind of get a feel, just to get the word out there. But we're starting in Lorain County. Not that we want to be exclusive to Lorain County, but for right now, we can do anywhere in Ohio, though.
I was thinking that, honestly, in my opinion, I was thinking this is something that'll sell far better outside of Lorain County. I think, like in a Medina, Willoughby, you know what I mean? It's like, because in this neighborhood, everybody's making Coquito and everybody thinks theirs is the best. You know what I mean?
Sure. I kind of agree and kind of don't. One of the reasons why, we thought this would be a fabulous idea was because you're right. There are a lot of people who don't even know what Coquito is. So, outside of, we know that Lorain County is, like you said, a lot of Hispanics, a lot of people who know what Coquito is. They sell a lot of it. So I think that people will be excited here to be able to get it on the shelves because unless you really know someone who sells it, you're not going to get it normally out here, right? Unless, it's usually sold in the black market. So now anyone can go to the stores and buy it, so I think it'll do good out here for that. Also, I think that we know that Lorain is big on supporting local businesses.
No, that's true. That is absolutely true.
Huge.
Yeah.
Love Lorain for that. Love Lorain County for that. You know what I mean? They love to support. They love to see people grow. A lot of small businesses support each other, and that's wonderful. So I think that that's helped us get the product out there. Like I said, just in 2 weeks, like 9 businesses around here were more than happy to put it on their shelves. Also, we've gotten a great response from people on social media. We've put it on Facebook, TikTok, lots of support, lots of followers. But I do want to get it outside of the area as well, because I think that there are a lot of people who don't know what the drink is, and they're going to love it.
I think that the grocery store shelf is where it's at. I think that I don't think that because you brought it in here and it's like, I don't know that you're going to sell just a drink of Coquito. You know what I mean? I just don't know that that's going to happen. But I was thinking there is a way we could probably do something together, because I'm aiming more towards the DoorDash Grubhub in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
And I can put alcohol on there, and maybe we could put bottles of Coquito on there.
Wow.
And people would take it with the DoorDash and the Grubhub possibly.
Well, we are in the DoorDash Grubhub area, and that's the way things are now. So a lot of people rather have it that way too. I will say I'm completely guilty. I use Instacart probably way too much. I probably
I've
get
never
some
used
stock
none
in
of that stuff.
Oh my gosh, I hate the cold, so you can catch me inside.
I use DoorDash and things like that. Amanda does. She doesn't. I don't know about Instacart, but I know she does Walmart, where she picks it up, where she orders it and they just put it in her trunk. She just rolls up, put it in her trunk, and she leaves. But,
yeah, I'll order my stuff at work before I leave. I'll order all my groceries. By the time I get home, my groceries are on my porch. I don't have to go there. I don't have to shop.
Well, you're busy. That's why you got your hands in all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah.
why? What else do you do besides the Coquito?
So I have been a registered nurse for 11 years now.
Oh, so you're crazy as hell.
Yes, I'm actually yes.
Puerto Rican nurse and selling alcohol.
The whole package, baby.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wow.
Is she a drunk nurse?
What was that? Drunk nurse?
Yeah.
No.
They're all drunk
I
nurses.
have my moments, but no, I'm a lightweight. I can't.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm actually a supervisor at a hospital right now. I've been there for about 3 years. Trying to stray away from that, though. I feel like a little, not burnout, but I feel like I've done what God intended me to do, is saving lives, and I kind of want to do something with happy people. I'm done dealing with sick people and sad situations. I'm critical care, so I've seen it all, and I want to do something that frees up my time a little bit more, so kind of looking to just run a little business myself instead of 12, 13-hour shifts, night shifts,
I think it could be a good idea. I think on the shelves. I think on the store shelves, I think it's huge. I think it could be huge.
I think the biggest thing of it is just having other people try it, in other cities and stuff.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
You'd have
That's
to go
why
to
I
a
say
bar and
Medina
basically give some away. You know what I'm saying?
And
tasters.
That's a good idea too.
Get yourself a
do
cheese
little
platter.
taste test. Yeah.
No, it's funny you say that, because I was just saying that the other day prior to you getting a hold of us. I was thinking we should see if we can go to Madhouse or Doghouse or somewhere, and where they have, because I know you guys get really busy. I've been in here to pick up food. Your Reubens are amazing.
Thank you.
So I've been in here. I've seen the crowd. I thought I can come in there with some samples and just have everybody try it, or different bars,
Right. I was gonna say,
but outside of here, obviously, we started here because I know we would get a lot of support. People help get the word out there too. I can't tell you how many people have shared this, even on TikTok. I mean, all over, it's being shared. So, I know that we need to venture outside of here, but this was a good place to start. I feel I didn't want to offend anybody, though. That's one thing. I know that a lot of people make their money selling this during the holidays. You know what I mean? They make their Christmas money. A lot of people sell it.
Yeah, but there's been people selling it, 3-4 people at the same time. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't really. We used to buy a lot of it from Ray Ray.
Right.
years ago. Ray used to sell us, and that was about $20 a bottle, I think. But he would do all the flavors and stuff. And it was really good. Ray's Coquito was amazing, actually.
Yeah,
But
sometimes you'll find someone like that.
He had
yeah.
the Reese's, the peanut butter. He had all kinds of.
Oh yeah, Snickers. Oh yeah, he had
and
them
it tasted
all.
like it too.
Yeah, they were good. They were on point.
Then he pissed him off, and then it was over with.
Yeah,
But
Ray
see,
don't like me
so
no
if you
more.
don't know another Ray, how you going to get your Snickers Coquito? You know what I mean? That's what I mean. If you don't know somebody.
Guido actually makes our Coquito around here.
All right,
And the local councilman here just brought us in a bottle.
Oh yeah, it was actually pretty.
That
good
was
too.
real good. Yeah, that was. He bought us in a bottle. Antonio Baez.
We are familiar with it here.
Yeah, I mean that's what I mean around here. Everybody, like I've never went a holiday without some Coquito. It's never happened. I mean, it's not even a. But I think that
There is a market for it.
I think there's a market for it, but I think that it's. I mean, around here they'll buy it to support you.
Right.
They're not going to buy a bunch of it, but I think away from here, I think it certainly will.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm
It could
saying.
be. I think it could be huge away from here.
You just got to have all them other people taste it. That's all. It's not by looking at the bottle. This is what it is.
Sure,
you got to have them taste it in them other
Definitely.
bars. And I think you just go there and just crack open a bottle, talk to the owner, see if you could give a little taste away.
Well, I was thinking about that too. The only other problem I had, like if we were selling glasses of Coquito, first of all, it'd be pretty pricey to sell a glass of Coquito. I mean, it would be a pretty pricey
Drink, yeah.
sell point at because you're pouring a whole glass. But the other thing is they're just going to drink it themselves too, and like as soon as a bottle opens, like I like the idea of selling a closed bottle on DoorDash where I can track it better. I don't like an open bottle of Coquito because it'll just disappear.
Oh yeah, it's happening.
It'll just disappear.
Right.
I mean, it's not, you know what I mean? In a bar, it's going to disappear.
Right.
So, I mean, I like the idea, but I think the only way that we could help is, and I think that would help, is to put it on DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats.
So what about sizes? You only got what sizes you got?
So I did bring some bottles here so you could take a look. They're $750. Right here. These are the size bottles. We only have one size. But we do have all the flavors. Right now we have a chocolate strawberry and chocolate covered cherry for Valentine's Day. And that's another thing. We're going to be doing this is going to be available all year long. We're, again, on the black market, it's only sold during the holidays.
Oh, yeah, it's a holiday
How
drink.
often do you see somebody during Valentine's Day or St. Patty's Day still selling Coquito?
Right.
Yeah,
Not very
it's not
often.
very,
Not very often. But we're going to mix up the flavor. So for St. Patty's Day, we want to do a mint chocolate chip one. For the summertime flavor, we have lots of different. We have a banana one. Oh my God, it is absolutely my favorite. We have a dragon fruit. Totally, lots of cotton candy flavor, and it pairs well. You wouldn't think it pairs well with the coconut
Yeah, we were
base.
surprised when we had that from Ray.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
Ray was doing that stuff, it shocked me. I was like, wow, this is really good.
Yeah, I mean, we've got strawberry, we've got, just so many different flavors. When the fall season comes out, we're going to have the pumpkin spice and, apple pie.
Right.
I mean, they are very delicious. And again, it's all year round, and it's a little bit cheaper in the stores, to be honest with you, than what people normally sell. Because I know when I was selling it on the black market, it was $20, $25 a bottle.
Yeah.
It's retailing right now in most stores. I think Apple's has it for like $16.49 a bottle.
There you go.
A lot of the little stores in Lorraine have it for like $17.
That's pretty reasonable. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
That definitely is cheaper for sure.
And available at all times. You don't have to know nobody. You don't have to wait on anybody. You can just go right to the store and purchase it.
I think the key thing is to get out to the bars. That's it. It'll take off. As many bars as you go to and you give samples out where people
Yeah,
taste
I think you want to stock them in the grocery stores and then sample them in the bars. That's what I believe. Yeah. I think there's definitely could be. And the other thing is too is like selling it. I would try and sell a bottle design or a refrigerator maybe. I know a lot of the people that sell a cold product like that Coquito has to stay cold.
Yeah.
They'll actually come in with like a cooler for some of these gas stations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they supply them with a whole cooler and then they just stock that cooler for them and keep it. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
I mean, you have to consider things like that. I mean, I know that early on, that's not something you're going to want to get into, but it definitely is something that will help, especially because you go into these gas stations, and these gas station owners love it when they, a free cooler, ooh, you know what I mean? It makes their day, but it stocks the shelf, it puts your name out there, and it's, you know what I mean? It works out good for you. It's actually good advertisement.
Yeah, you're right. We have had a couple places where I've went, and they're like, man, I would love to put it out there, but I don't have a cooler, or I don't have the cooler space.
Right.
And I told him, I said, well, I'll be back, because that's definitely
that's why I think DoorDash for me, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in the back, and then they'll just go out that way. You know what I mean? They'll be in the back in the cooler, and then they'll just go out in the DoorDashes. I think we can definitely do that. I think it'll work out good. It won't be as cheap as it is in a grocery store, but you know what I mean? It still can go out. I think it could still be. I don't think it's going to make much profit, but it could sell hers anyways. She'll make profit.
I think that if you're door dashing, you're going to pay a little bit more anyway, or Instacarting, which I know personally, like I said, I do it all the time. I know I'm paying a little bit more, but it's worth it to me to not have to leave the house. To get alcohol delivered to me is worth it,
Yeah. Well, I remember when I was young, I used to order pizza just because we could order beer too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
really?
We'd be at
Where?
home.
When you were young? Where?
Back then, I was on Broadway, so you're talking. Where were we ordering it from? I guess we were probably ordering it from who delivered back over there. I don't even remember who it was. Seleni's, maybe?
Ooh,
I don't even remember. I don't even remember who it was. Honestly, I don't even remember. But I know that's why we ordered it. We were underage, too, so we would...
I didn't even know they did that back then.
Oh, yeah.
The first that I knew...
They used to bring cigarettes, too.
Well, that's all right. I know that the first time I've heard about alcohol being delivered was during COVID time. A lot of the restaurants were like, well, you could take your drink to go now. And it's like, what? I could take my margarita home. Cool. They're like, yeah, just put the sticker over it. You can't drink it in the car. Like, okay, yeah, just give me my straw.
Yeah, right. I was thinking about, I know that's a thing that's going on now, and I was thinking about maybe making a few other drinks that would travel, cups, though, of drinks.
Yeah.
That would travel with DoorDash. But the first thing I need to do is find a container, maybe a screw top lid or something, I don't know, something that will travel well, not leak, not make a mess, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think that might have a place in there for it. So what's been the biggest hurdle? I know you guys must have been, because every time we drive past Maple Inn, they close, and immediately after they closed, we've seen cars in there, out there every day. You guys just down there getting hammered on Coquito every day?
Oh, we were taste testing, sometimes we drink too much and have to just stay for a little while.
One for you, two for me.
You're right. No, I mean, after the Maple closed, we spent some time getting it cleaned out. We had to take all the tables and booths and, that kitchen, we scrubbed it down, degreased everything, got some new equipment in there. And then, we're brainstorming for a while and kind of just, labeling and, just different ideas, different flavors. So it took a little bit of time. I think the biggest hurdle that we had was just the licensing, to get the license to manufacture. That was probably one of the biggest things. It was a little discouraging for a little while. I know Brett, my partner, he put a lot into it. He had this dream for a long time, and whenever him and I started talking about it, I had approached him. The Maple had just closed, and I had a property that I wanted to open a restaurant, so I had contacted him and said, hey, are you selling any equipment, any kitchen equipment, And he's actually my ex-brother-in-law. He was married to my sister at one point. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So that's how we, met. And so, he had told me, that he was thinking about this Coquito thing. And, I always sold it. And I told him, I said, this is brilliant. We could definitely be great partners with this. So, we just put our ideas together. And, but yeah, the licensing was the biggest issue. I almost didn't think it was going to happen, but he didn't give up.
Yeah,
And
awesome.
He kept it going, and here we are.
And then did you have any cost issues? Anything like cost-wise that's messing with you, or Like, I mean, there's a lot going into this. I mean,
It
you're
is.
manufacturing a drink. You're trying to put a bottle out there for $12. I mean, or whatever it is. I don't know exact, but I mean, I think that's where you're at, the wholesale or
right?
something like that.
Yeah. Well, they're retailing for like 16 to 17.
Right.
Yeah, we're selling it to the bars in the restaurants and stores for $12.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, a lot did go into it. I mean, it's a lot of ingredients, the bottles, labeling, the website, insurance and everything. It was a lot. But we have faith that it's all going to come back. I mean, we've already done so much in sales this week that it's pretty incredible. In
That's
just
awesome.
one week.
And it ain't a holiday. So
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, holidays are over for sure.
Right.
Yeah, that
I mean, we
makes a big deal.
started. That was the thing too. We were hoping to get it out there before the holidays ended, but I'm almost glad that we were just past that, and now look at the response. Still, like, it's incredible. It's incredible. I think we made like $1,500 in sales this week,
Okay.
which just for our first week open. I mean, it's just amazing.
oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, you keep that up, and that's the thing. If you can keep a repeat, going, that's the thing. Is that's all.
Repeat customers and then adding them.
Yeah, you just keep stocking and filling. But yeah, I think definitely coolers would help and get you in gas stations per se.
Yes.
I mean that those gas stations,
you know
those
what?
little gas stations.
You know what's a big, like, that stuff that they have like towards the entrance, like when you go to the grocery store, the two little aisles, which I know you can't do that with that, but what I'm saying is the smaller bottles. You ever thought about going smaller bottles?
You know what? Like the little mini bottles that they have, like little Bacardi or
Yeah,
little,
yeah.
they sit in the front of the store. I thought that those would be great, like sample bottles to like go around.
The problem with that is it's got to be cold.
Exactly. So we're playing with different ideas, different sizes, but for right now we just got the one size. But yeah, grocery stores are definitely where it's at. Apple's has it. A lot of the little stores, Romans in Lorraine has it.
I got a question for you. How long would it last without being in the?
Without being refrigerated?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know.
4
I know it is.
hours? It ain't long.
No, that ain't true.
Well, no, because it's not technically dairy.
Right,
It's-
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's coconut. You know what I mean? It's coconut milk.
So I'm just curious. And
I'm not really sure. I know it has a 3-month shelf life. I'm not really sure how long it would last outside. I mean, a few hours, like if you had it out at a party, you know what I mean? I don't think it's.
No,
It
that
just
ain't-
tastes
yeah.
better cold, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you just had it on the shelf, I wonder how long it would last. I don't think it's like what you said. It's not dairy.
Yeah, but you're not going to stock it on a dry shelf, on a warm shelf.
Yeah, no, but the little things were like what we're talking about, how Fireball is.
Yeah, again, I think you have to put it in some sort of refrigerator. I
Not to
think.
sell it. I don't think so.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'm going to look into that, though, because that would help us out. If
That
we could
would
just
be
the shelf.
big if it could go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if it would, like the shelf life wouldn't be a problem. Like the being unrefrigerated.
Well, I know, like I have 2 friends. One is
Only 2. Me and who? Who was the other?
you weren't included.
His dog.
You weren't included.
I was gonna say don't include me.
No, Ben's got his wine and vape store, but that's wines that sit out there. So I'm sure Ben would love to put the product in there, which is in Sheffield. That's right there on Sheffield Lake, or on Lake Road. But he doesn't have refrigerators for it, so you'd have to refrigerate it to bring it in. So, and then when you go into, like, Jack has that Valero or whatever.
Yeah.
Almost every refrigerator in there is paid for by somebody. So it's it's Gatorades or it's
Right,
you know
yeah.
what I mean. It's Coke, Pepsi, whatever it is.
can't stick it in their
right.
cooler.
You can't stick it in their cooler.
That's
right.
what I'm
They
saying.
have-
She's got to figure out how long that can be refrigerated.
Yeah,
What
And it
was
might
that?
not be an issue, really. It might not be.
it might not be, but I would suspect it would. But I don't know. Coconut milk sits in the grocery store.
Yeah,
It just sits
I don't
there.
think there's anything in there that, unless there's something else you put in
No, I'm thinking like I'm going to look into it because I think that the product is better cold, but I'm going to
there.
look into
I'm saying
we
if a person buys it right
But if
there,
you
then
could
they
stock
put
it,
in the
yeah,
refrigerator.
if you could stock
That's-
it warm, that's a good
That's
idea.
big.
Yeah,
That's
that
big
would be
because then you
huge.
could go with them little Fireball bottles and you could sample it out that way.
Right.
It'll be cheap on the front.
Right.
They could taste it and then they'll be like, "Oh, I like this. I'll go buy a bottle."
Yeah, right. Yeah,
So that's big. That's key right there. I think.
it could be for sure.
Which
Definitely.
Valero were you talking about?
The one he's on 611, right
Baumhart,
there at
or,
Road and
Road-
611.
oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a friend of mine, Jack.
Gotcha. 'Cause we
Yeah.
do have one Valero over here on Oberlin.
Yeah, Jack would be interested. I'm sure he's always looking for
I met
something
that
to put
guy.
in
He's
there.
nice, real
He's
nice
a good
guy.
dude.
Yeah.
Jack's a real good guy. He used to own Domino's Pizzas, and he did real well with those. And then they got real funny about the rules. They're telling him what he has to do, and it's like, I know my neighborhood. At the time he had I want to say 12 school districts he was supplying pizza to. Him and his wife would get up in the morning. They'd be like $700 to the good before they even opened.
I did a bunch of scratch offs there one day, and I left because I thought they were all losers, and they traced me down and said, "You had $100 winner."
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't even know him. So
That's sweet.
I was like, damn. So the girl, when I went in there, she gave me the money, and then I gave her.
Well, it's his kids are in there working. That's why his
They're all
kids are
nice.
all good
Yeah, they
kids.
didn't-
He's raised them right. Yeah,
I was
they're
like,
good kids.
who would even say anything? Be like, you're stupid for leaving it. You know?
You go to his house, man. You eat good. Pasquale will feed you like you ain't never been fed.
I'm gonna have to go meet this guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's go.
Yeah, Jack's good dude. Jack's real good. And Ben, the same thing at Wine and Vape. He would, I'm sure, would put it in there, but he'd need refrigeration if it needs refrigeration. If it doesn't,
I don't think
he'd
does.
stock it all day long. He doesn't care.
I don't think
He wouldn't have no issues with
I
it.
wonder where you would go get that. I don't know.
What about getting on with Heidelberg or something? Can you do that or no?
What's Heidelberg?
A beer distributor?
Oh, okay.
They're like the one. They're in the old Ford on what is that?
Baumhart?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Baumhart. The old Ford on Baumhart. Heidelberg distributor. They sell us they sour puckers and Mr. and Mrs. T mix, stuff like that. I'm sure that.
I wonder where you would go to take that to have it tested to see if it can be on a shelf.
I don't know.
There's got to be somewhere that does that.
I'm sure. Yeah. I mean,
We've thought about getting a distributor too in the future too. I think to get it
I still
out
don't
there.
think you do. I really don't.
I'm going to look into that though for sure because we have had that issue in a couple places, and we started talking about we need coolers, to provide for some places. Some places it hasn't been an issue. They've been more than happy and had space, but it is an issue in some gas stations.
well, because like I said, that's the problem because most of their cooler space is paid for by whatever products in there. Typically is the way it works, and it saves them, from having to put in all that equipment, basically.
Yeah, but just starting off, I don't think you want to buy everybody coolers.
No. But certainly some of them you could do that.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I wouldn't. You could probably get a mass amount of coolers pretty cheap, probably.
Yeah, we were just talking about that the other day. I think we have quite a few stores out here, and we're going to start venturing out. But that's what we definitely want to start looking into, so we can offer that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
We're going to see how much we can handle on our own, and then eventually we're probably going to get a distributor on board.
Well, that's the thing now. Okay, so how many bottles can you make a week?
Ooh, our goal is, 5 to $1,000 or 1,000 bottles a week. Right. I think I don't know how many we put out this week. At least I think I want to say 400 bottles we put out this week already.
Okay.
Maybe even more than that. I think that was one of our numbers the other day, but right now that's as far as we've got. I'm not sure for future.
And
But we do have a nice team that we have a good production team. We have a good amount that we have made to start, and it's going pretty quickly. We have people delivering, so everyone has their own role.
Sure, yeah.
So it's handleable for now. We can handle it, but pretty soon we might need to bring on some help.
But you could manufacture much more in the old Maple. You just would need more help.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and then we also have a property on Oberlin Avenue that has buildings and stuff that we were thinking about when we expand to move the manufacturing over there as well.
On Oberlin Avenue.
We own it's the old American Crucible. You know where that is on Oberlin Avenue?
American Crucible? No, I don't know.
It's a factory that burned down. It's on right over the tracks on Oberlin Avenue, Oberlin 13th and 14th.
Oh, in the back there? Yeah, I kind of remember
What
that.
is that,
yeah.
blue building?
The what?
Is it a blue building?
No, it's so as soon as you go over the tracks, it's on your right-hand side, and it's a 5-acre property back there.
Oh, you're talking about behind the place where it burnt.
Yes. Well, the place that burned, that hole from that fence all the way back 5 acres.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my boyfriend owns. So he has, there's different buildings on the property. And so Brett and I have talked about in the future expanding and turning that into the manufacturing building.
Huh.
It's really big. It's beautiful. It's perfect for it.
Yeah, awesome.
So-
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Hopefully next year you'll be starting on that.
Yeah,
Yes,
that would be
little by
awesome.
little by little,
Yeah,
get
that'd
some
be
investor
awesome.
friends and, get everything going little by little.
Yeah, I think that it's a product that could do well. I don't think that I mean, you could sell here, but I don't think that I think the mass market is going to be away from here when you start introducing coquito to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I mean, clearly there's a market for it if Bacardi's got one out there, which I heard you say that before we went on air, that you saw Bacardi has one out there.
I ain't really heard of it, so it ain't.
So that's the thing.
But they're manufacturing
Right,
it. They're
right.
not going to do that for no reason.
Right.
I mean, so clearly there's a market that can be out there if you can just
Get the
make
word
it, you
out
know.
there.
Yeah, you just got to get the word out and make it.
And being one of the pioneers of it, even if
Yeah.
they had theirs and you got yours, hey, you're one of the first.
Yeah, I mean, nobody heard of it, Bacardi's. I haven't heard of it, so.
I didn't even know of it when we first started this. I was like, why hasn't Bacardi done this? Because it's made with, rum. I'm thinking, why?
Well, it used to be when they had 151. That's all you
Right,
used
right.
Yeah.
for it. But then they got
Right.
rid of it, and so it changed that market a little bit
Yeah,
for
that's a
them.
little too strong.
On the book, no, that's how you want it. What do you mean?
Ooh, wait. That's the devil. The
That's
devil in
how-
a bottle.
That's how we used to get drunk when I was underage. When they'd sneak me a shot in the bathroom, you get 151, so you get as drunk as you can with your little sneak shots.
Yeah, puking your brains out. Like,
Shit, instead
I
of
don't
calling
remember
it
what happened last night.
instead of calling it coquito, they'd call it regrets.
Regrets.
I've had that drink before.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Definitely.
That is awesome. So your goal is to get this rolling and stop nursing and retire to
lay out
Puerto Rico.
Yes. Oh my God, you guys are just. It's my dream. Yes. Yes. I'm done working the long, hard hours in the hospital. Yeah, I kind of want to stray away from that. I don't know that I'll give up nursing completely. Maybe stay PRN somewhere. I do love being a nurse. Don't get me wrong. I'm just getting older, and I want to make my money easier. I want my money to make money for me.
Sure, that's the way it's supposed to work.
The life, we were all taught the wrong way. To go out there and
right.
be slaves
Work
to
for
this
somebody
life.
else.
Make somebody else rich, and but I'm ready to take the other road.
Sounds
yeah,
good.
yeah, that definitely is a good idea. I like it. It's a good concept. I like the idea of it.
Don't get too big and don't come back on here and talk about it. How great you've been.
Yes, we're gonna have to do a repeat in a few years.
We'll do we'll have to see how
Updates.
it came out. I mean, you'll reach out for Lorain County. You'll get a lot of
support.
views on this one for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, it'll get out to probably about 1,500 people in Lorain County. So that's a pretty good lick, I think, for you.
Yeah,
That'll help you out.
And how would you like? You just is there any way like they could order it from you?
No, they cannot. No.
So yeah, we cannot sell to individuals. We can only sell to retailers. But we're definitely going to try and get it out there as much as possible. I'm going to start marketing outside of Lorain County here soon, and that's my goal for this week. We hit enough places out here. I think we got it on the shelves, and enough places around here. We'll keep the word out there, keep these places stocked, and try and get some more people on board outside of here. I actually went to a couple restaurants in Cleveland, like I said, this past week. Rincon, it's a Spanish restaurant in Cleveland. I went out there. They are thinking about putting it on the shelves there, and we'll go to a few bars. I want to go to the Ohio City, where all those bars are.
Yeah.
I think it would do well out there. I think once people get to know what it is, it's a delicious foo drink. It's it sells itself. Once you try it, you're gonna love it.
Yeah, I think events. I think you need to get some events going too.
Yes.
I think an event is a great idea. Do an event and do a taste testing with everybody and have bottles there that they could
That's what
sell
I'm
at the
saying.
same time. And
they gotta taste it. That's all.
yeah, absolutely.
It's not here. Look.
I I haven't
ain't gonna
tasted
lie.
it yet, so I don't even know
Oh, do you have
if
a
it's any
glass? Would you
good.
like a cup? I mean, okay, so it pairs well with coffee too. I don't know if you've ever put any in your coffee, but
Like a creamer.
like a creamer. I'm not kidding. I am not kidding.
We drink
Like,
coffee all the time. We'll be drunk up in here.
Yeah, right.
No, so like working night shift, I would always get off work. Not always, but I love to get off work and come home and just pour myself a glass. It helps me sleep good. Or if it's my day off, put some in my coffee in the morning.
She
and it's,
stresses
like,
that. I think
perfect.
she's done it at work.
No. You did not hear that.
I'm having a rough day.
Record. That is not true.
You didn't used to
Just
make it for Tony DeMacchia, did you?
Oh, no comment.
Wow.
No comment.
I think I'm done with this podcast.
Grab us a couple cups. Let's see
It's
what
time
it
to
tastes
start
like.
drinking now. Yeah. So I've got all kinds of flavors with me. You guys can try the strawberry. I've got the traditional.
You want to try traditional? Is that what you want to try? Or you want flavored?
Chocolate strawberry.
You said cherry, you said?
Well, I don't have that one, but I have chocolate covered strawberry. But we do have chocolate covered cherry. And you taste the little candy, the chocolate covered cherry candies.
Yeah. The Lindors or whatever?
It tastes exactly like that. But
Really?
But with rum. It's perfect. It's perfect. And then the salted caramel is one of my absolute favorites too. Oh, it pairs so well with the coconut and the cinnamon, and it's just so good.
Yeah, that sounds good. I would definitely like salted caramel for sure.
Oh, you're gonna love that one.
I like it. And they're all made with rum, and then you're just putting a flavoring in there. Is that what it is?
Well, yeah, we make the original coquito recipe, and then we played with some flavors. Some flavors we accidentally mixed a couple, and it's like, oh my god, that tastes opposite of what we thought it was, but it's delicious. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
It's perfect. Yeah.
And then you named it something else after it tasted like something else?
Well, yeah, just like our chocolate covered cherry, we didn't use cherry and chocolate.
You used almond? Is it almond?
Almond.
Yeah, almond tastes like cherries. A lot of people don't realize that.
Yes.
Like if you get an almond cake, it's a cherry. It tastes like a cherry cake for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. You got us cups?
Right there.
Yes, Guido. What you want to try? The original?
No.
Which one?
What do you got?
Salted caramel, chocolate strawberry, and then the traditional.
Damn, they all sound good.
I say salted caramel. That sounds right to me.
Do it. Pour it up, Guido.
That sounds right to me. It doesn't sound like you could go wrong with salted caramel.
No, it's so good.
You're having some with us, right?
Yes. It's my day off.
It's her day off. Sure it is.
Every day is a day off.
Yeah, right?
Right.
She just makes up stuff.
I do. Once in a while.
Yeah, she fits right
I'm
in
full
on
of
this
shit,
podcast.
no.
She should be the third.
At least a little honest.
She's full of shit. She'll be a good salesperson, I
I
guess.
am. That's why I've been doing all these sales, bro. I'm telling you. Well, cheers.
Salud.
Salud.
Everybody drinking without me and stuff. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, it's got some alcohol in it. You could definitely taste it. I was worried it wasn't going to be real alcoholic, but it's definitely got alcohol in it.
Definitely.
You'll definitely get a buzz on that one.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that's real good.
Look,
That's
he's
real,
like,
real
I'm
good.
ready one more. No, no,
I don't even drink.
It's definitely. I was afraid of that too at first. I was like, because I like mine strong.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, it's filling too, so you don't want
Right.
to have to drink a whole bottle in order to get a buzz.
Right. It bloats your belly if you have to drink
Yes.
too much. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more like a dessert drink if you're gonna, eat with it. But definitely give you a nice,
No, it's got a nice
little
flavor.
buzz. So you see what I mean when I get off work at night shift, you come home.
She keeps stressing that.
Like, listen, you just have a glass of this, your belly's full, you're no longer hungry, and you go to sleep.
On her way to work.
Yeah, I sleep so good.
No. Not on my way.
She's like, strawberry today.
On her way to work.
It's my little secret.
I love my job and my coffee at work.
Can you imagine me running code blues, grabbing a couple of these, laughing?
So Brett's your partner. You got any other partners? Your boyfriend only?
No. My boyfriend, he's just support. It's Brett, and then he actually brought a girl named Megan on. She's been doing a lot of our, helping with designing and helping getting the business going too. She's been great.
I like the little picture too.
Yeah, it was supposed to be. He wanted it to be a picture of me. She doesn't look like me so much. I've been going tanning a little bit so I can get her color. Her color is my goals. You know what I mean? When I'm in Puerto Rico,
Hey, get that spray.
right? No, literally.
No, then she'll be orange like Trump.
Oh yeah, no, we're not going for that.
That's what, remember Sam P would do that spray tan always was an orange color.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know why they do that.
Remember that mom that was used to tan? She was like famous. They were all over YouTube and everything. The tan mom. She was like a piece of leather, like an orange,
I don't know who that
orange
is.
piece of leather. It was weird. Yeah, I don't
She
understand.
looked like a boat monster. That's what we call them, boat monsters. The ones with the leather on it, leather skin or whatever. That's what we call them for sure.
God, I don't know. Like that's too much, isn't it?
Yeah. No, you want to be nice and sun kissed, but not
All right.
not leather faced. No.
No, I want to be Leatherface.
But yeah, so we have Brett and Megan, and then Brett also has a friend named Larry. He's going to be helping with some distribution and stuff. It's a nice little team that we got going.
And you're all partners in it, though.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. So that's good when you have, partners. It sucks because you're splitting money, but at the same time, you've got people that are invested and want to make sure that they've got to make sure that you're putting out a good product and
yes,
all that
it takes
good
a
stuff.
village. It does. I mean, it's a lot of work to start a small business, and but we have a really good team. Everyone is really close and connected and works well together. I think it's going to be great.
I think I'm buzzed already.
Yay! That's the goal. Did everyone hear that? Okay. See, good product.
No, it's good. It's real good, actually. That was very good. And that Valentine thing is a good kick. I like that. That'd be cool. Do the Valentine thing. So you're going to do a flavor you'll just do them like holiday flavors, essentially?
Yeah, so holiday flavors. We're going to try, in the summer. I'm not sure what we're going to do for the 4th of July, but we got a lot of fruity flavors coming out in the summer. The banana, the cotton candy, and the dragon fruit. We'll keep the strawberry, but then like I said, when the fall comes, we'll have apple pie flavor, pumpkin spice, lots of things like that. I think it's going to do great. We have actually a whole list of ideas of different flavors we're going to be playing with, so hopefully we'll come up with some pretty cool stuff. The mint chocolate
Are you
chip
ever going
one,
to try anything else besides Coquito, or do you guys just want the Coquito sales?
For right now, it's just Coquito, but
Okay. I was just
see how
curious.
this
I mean,
goes.
the wine and beer thing seems to be a big thing anymore,
Mm-hmm.
all the whatever you want to call it, but craft beers, that's what it is. And then wines, a lot of people make wines and stuff. And you could do that now, right? And sell it
Yes.
with the license you have?
Yep.
If you wanted to. That would be, if you ever wanted to do something like that. I'm just saying.
definitely something to think about for the future.
Yeah.
Right now, we got our hands full.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. It's kicking off a product. That is no joke.
I'm surprised you got time to be here this long.
Well, they don't. It's Sunday, man. It's Sunday morning.
I don't even know I didn't even know what day it was, to be honest with you.
Yeah, she's just running.
I never know what day it is.
She's like, oh shit, I got to go to work now.
Like, oh, I forgot.
I'm a
didn't know it
scheduled
was
Sunday. Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the first time. I'm just kidding. No, yeah, I never know what day it is. Working night shift is just terrible. I feel like it ages you times 10.
Oh yeah.
Miserable.
That's factual too.
Oh, it's miserable.
Nighttime just.
I absolutely hate. The only thing I ever liked about nights in the union was that a lot of the companies would
Premium.
give us 7. No, you could do that too, but most of the companies would just pay you for 8 hours for 7. So you get a little shorter day or something. That was the only thing.
I'm salary
that's
pay,
like a
but
premium.
I'm salary pay for 3 shifts. So give or take a couple hours here and there. I can leave a little early sometimes, but
Get your drink on.
You're on a podcast, bro.
no, they're cool with me. I'm a hard worker. They love me. They love me, right, guys? Thanks. No, they do.
Just get
They
a
do.
drink on.
Right. She leaves early.
I got to get out to get my drink on.
No, but I put in a lot of work there, so we're good. They don't care if I drink on a job. No, I'm just kidding. I don't drink on a job. I don't.
She said, we ain't even got to do it.
That
She's
is
getting
your
herself in
joke.
trouble.
Right?
Not mine.
She's doing it all on her own.
She's good. She can get herself in trouble.
I would never. I have people's wives in my
bring it out on people.
Yeah, I am bad at that.
That's the next
it
problem I'm going
happens.
to have to deal with.
It does happen. Yeah, that was cool. I'm glad that you came up. I'm glad we wanted to like just kind of introduce you when I heard that you were doing the whole thing, and you know, you guys are right down the street from us. Maple Inn was always one of our competitors, but we kind of worked together pretty good. I think the crowds kind of went back and forth back in the day. So yeah, that's exciting. I like to see
I
you guys have
was curious when I was going by there, and I seen like you can see the trucks out there
every day.
Yeah, so I was wondering
what the heck,
what you guys were doing over there, but
Well,
I ain't that nosy.
He was parking his vehicles. He bought like a van and stuff like that. He does park some vehicles there. He's not necessarily always there.
No.
But sometimes
I've seen stuff going in and out. So.
Yeah, it's been over.
Yeah.
You guys have been over, what is it, a year and like 3 months or something over there messing with it?
Yep.
And how long of that has been just taste testing?
Right before work,
I should have become better friends with Brett.
Right before work, we taste right before I go to work.
Okay, you got it. Brett is an awesome person. Yeah, he's fun. Yeah, he doesn't drink either, so he needed a taste tester. So, hello.
Oh, he doesn't drink at all?
Well, no.
Really? I didn't know that.
No, Brett does not drink.
Yeah, wow.
He'll taste the without the rum, but I'm the rum taster. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the rum is what makes it taste good.
Hey, I agree. It's crazy because it changes it a little bit too. Like we've had where we've made a sample and then it's perfect, and then you add the rum and it's like, okay, wait a minute,
right.
It altered it a little bit. So,
ooh, can you do that? Can you sell it can you sell virgins?
Yes, we can.
That's a good idea. That probably would be a great idea. Actually,
in fact, we were doing that for a little while when we were just getting it out there. We had some people who didn't didn't want alcohol, and they wanted the virgin, and they loved it.
I mean, eggnog. They sell eggnog at the store with no alcohol in it. I mean, that might be a bigger sell, actually. I mean, you could sell it to churches.
That's where
that could be a big sell. Honestly, I never thought about it, but it really could be a big sell, and it'd be probably a little cheaper, I would imagine, without the alcohol in it. Not a lot cheaper because. I mean, it's not like the whole thing's alcohol, but
right.
That's
different avenues, definitely, for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's interesting. Definitely, that's a ballsy move on to go out and over a year and 3 months now, and you just got a week of sales is in, and you know what I mean?
I know, it's
holy
exciting.
Shit, that's
exciting. So did you guys hear about it through when I came to visit, or how did you?
No, actually, a lot of the old Maple Inn customers were coming in here at lunchtime and stuff, and a lot of them were telling me Brett's down there making coquito, and I'm thinking, what the hell? And then somebody said you came in and wanted to sell coquito, and I go, is it like Maple Inn? Is that who it is? When she told me about it, and you showed me the card and the address was Maple Inn, I go, yeah, it's definitely what it is. So Brett's off and running, I guess. That's the what it ended up being the consensus of it. But yeah, Azare drank it. I tried to. I was going to get into it. I swear to God, I was going to go. Let's test it out. And I'm looking through all the cool. I couldn't find it anywhere. I'm like, yeah, she must have took it home or something.
Oh wow! I should have left it too bad. She was so excited. I should have known. She was like, "Oh, you're going to leave me that much?" Sure.
Yeah, she
was really excited.
I mean, it is my fault because I told Azare, I said, it's not like you could sell glasses of coquito in the bar. You know what I mean? When she said it to me, so that's why she just probably is like, well, he's not interested.
Right.
You know what I mean?
She had a good shift.
But then
kind of like when you go to work.
Did she come to work the next day? Is the question.
I don't know. When did you come? Monday or Tuesday?
It was probably a Monday.
Yeah, then she was here the next day.
Oh,
yeah, she ain't gonna miss anyways. It don't matter. Azare don't miss.
She don't miss.
She seems like a really good bartender. She was very friendly, very awesome. Loved her.
I told her, I said, I've never seen anybody so happy. She goes, don't worry, I go home and cry.
She did.
I'm gonna have to give her another bottle for when she goes home. Poor baby.
She's my wife's favorite for sure. I mean, she's just a rock star. She's just so always
bubbly,
bubbly, doesn't miss people. Like as soon as they come in, she's a sweetheart right off the rip. She's great. We love Azare for sure.
Yeah, I need some girls like her to help me get out to these bars.
Don't be trying to take her.
Can I borrow her?
I'll tell you what.
or-
If you wanted to borrow somebody to go out to the bar, I'll tell you who would be interested is our Mariah. She would probably love to go do
she'd be a
that,
hit,
and she would be a hit. She's a pretty
I need
girl.
some pretty girls. I need some, hardworking girls who, aren't shy, like to get out there and talk to people.
that'd be her.
and-
Yeah, Mariah would be a good one for you, and Daniela would probably be a good one for you to take out. That would probably do good with
Do
that.
some promoting.
Yeah,
Run to different bars.
they both would probably be very interested, I'm sure. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, I think that hot girls sell alcohol. Pretty
Yeah,
girls.
that's why we all drank Jaeger back in the day. When we were young,
I never drink that shit.
I didn't either, except when the Jaeger girls came around with those little shooter
Right.
tubes.
Yeah, all of a sudden, like, that's my favorite.
Then you go like this. Shit, that shit is nasty.
You
as hell.
pull a Tim.
Yeah,
What did they used to mix it with that made it better though? Jaeger, to make a Jaeger bomb.
Toilet
it was
water.
No.
Where the hell were you drinking?
Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Jaeger
That's
bombs.
that shit's so
Jaeger
nasty.
bombs.
That's what it was,
Oh,
Jaeger
my
bombs.
God,
Everybody
that's
was drinking
But
Jaeger
we
bombs
drank.
back then.
I did like it was delicious. Like following the crowd, I guess, because that shit is disgusting.
I
I
was
never
gonna say,
thought it was
never.
delicious, but I would buy it off of the girls when they would walk around and sell it.
No.
Yeah, I never thought it was good though. I was never my
There's
thing.
so many things I used to drink, like snake bites. Snake bites.
Ooh, I still love
Gross.
snake bites. Oh my god.
I think I'm such a I'm such a lightweight now, but I just can't even imagine drinking that.
I did snake bites one night it was Jackalope, but it wasn't called Jackalope. I was with my
miss
friends when I
Jackalope.
started. Then we went there, and I was
what was it called before?
20 years old or something. I wasn't even old enough to drink. And I wake up. I'm on the east side of Lorraine now, right? I wake up in the back of Tyke's car. In South
How the
Lorraine.
hell did I get
I'm
here?
like, what the hell's going on? I'm like looking, I'm like, my shirt's there, my underwear there, my pants. I'm in the back of his Lincoln. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Wait a minute.
Wait, this is the wrong
Yeah, I'm
podcast.
freaking out.
Wait a minute.
Wrong podcast,
out.
buddy.
No, this
Wrong
really happened.
podcast.
I'm going, what the hell's going on? And I
we cut it.
freaking walk over. I walk over to, did it go out? That we were having that issue before. That just push up on it is all you got to do on the thing there. There you go.
There we go. Okay.
Got excited.
I'm like, wait a minute. You were doing what in the back of what? Your clothes were where?
I go over to my friend Robin's house and I call Tyke and go, what the hell happened? He goes, I don't know, dude. He goes, I was at Andy's Brew and Q and a car full of Mexicans pull up. You get out the back. You come in. You can barely walk. He goes, you go in the bathroom. When you come out of the bathroom, you're butt naked. So I quit with the
Were you
snake
smoking
bites
that
after
angel
that.
dust or
No,
something?
it was
That's what it
snake bites.
sounds like.
It was straight snake bites. That's all it was snake bites.
Oh my
But
god.
I haven't drank them since.
Woke
but
up
man,
in
they
the
were
bet.
so
I would have
good.
never drank
Hey, woke up in the back of Debo's pigeon coop.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's exactly what I thought of. Oh my
Well,
god.
And then
shit.
he said he goes, they were going to call the police on. He goes, no, I got him. He baby, get in the car. And I was telling him to take me to the girl I was seeing at the time. And he goes, I knocked on like 4 doors out in Ridgeville. He goes, I guess go fuck this. I'm taking you home because none of them were the right house.
Oh my god. You imagine this
At
guy
like
in his
2 in the
underwear
morning.
knocking at your door at 2 a.m. like,
No, he was knocking. I wasn't. I was passed out in the back of the car, like not barely able to walk, essentially. Evidently, I didn't even get into his house to go to sleep, I was still sleeping in the back of his car.
Was there
Good times.
another happy guy come out the bathroom behind you?
My thing is, what I want to know is, well, I know I overheat when I drink too much. I know that happens for sure. So I must overheat.
You
it.
need to hook up a radiator.
But what I really want to know is who the Mexicans were. This car full of Mexicans I got out of. Because I went with like Mark Blandon and like all those guys. There was no
how
Mexicans
the
with me.
hell did you end up in a car full of
That's what I'm saying. I never have answered that question.
Was it a Focus? A Ford Focus?
Well, this was
Like
like
a little clown car?
This was like I don't think Focuses were out yet. It
The
would have had to have
Mita
been like
cars?
an Escort or
Escort,
something.
yeah.
Because this was like that would have been like 94, 93, probably 93. That's a long time ago. Yeah, I mean Andy's has been gone for how long? I don't. Yeah, I mean that was a long.
Do you
long
remember
time
that
ago.
place?
Andy's?
Andy's Brew and Q. Yeah, it was on 28th Street. It was,
It was
a
real
little
popular
spot.
at the
Yeah,
spot.
oh yeah, it was a real
Really?
good.
On
It's where
28th?
that drive-through is now,
Oh, okay.
right? Isn't that where it was?
No.
It's right in that area.
Right across the street from Dairy Mart where that car lot is.
Is it where the car lot is? I was thinking it was where that drive-through was. Yeah. What do I know? But yeah, it was a cool time. Andy's around now, right?
Yeah.
It was
Seen him
Andy
all the time.
Harculo used to own that. back in his younger years.
It was called Lucky Truckers before that.
Yeah, it was truckers before that. But yeah, that's way back.
Yeah.
That's like when my dad was drinking. It
Back
was
in the
Lucky
days when the
Truckers.
bars were live.
When there was like 80 of them down 28th Street.
Yeah.
Leary and Lorraine, oh my God, they used to be so live. I mean, just when I was old enough to drink is when it was a good time.
Yeah.
And then it just
Well, did you go?
bad.
So were you a Vic's? Did you go to Uncle Vic's and all that? Are you old enough for that?
I snuck into Uncle Vic's a few times when it was live. I really probably wasn't supposed to be there. But no, I never really been a bar hopper. Like, I've never.
You was a Cadillac Beach girl, though, huh?
Yes.
Cadillac.
Yes, you know,
Beach.
I had a couple nights.
Man, I used to like that DJ booth was cool as hell, ain't it?
Yeah, that was a cool little spot for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't do that anymore. Well, Uncle Vic came in here right before he passed away, and we did an Uncle Vic tribute night, like 2 nights. One time he was here as a guest visiting, just meet and greet, and then the second time he gave us a CD to play while he was here, and he put it together. And I wish his wife would give me those. That'd be cool. Those things. I mean, it was wild. You put that CD in, that man had mastered what he did. Like he wasn't a drinker. I don't know if you knew that or not, but Uncle Vic never drank ever.
Mm-hmm.
So he would literally just study the crowd. Like every time he'd play music, he'd study it. How can I get him back tomorrow? How can I mean, he was a master at what he did, no question. And he put this CD in, and it was wild.
It was hypnotizing.
Oh
Everybody
my
was,
God! Everybody just kind of and it just kept going boom, boom and growing and growing until it was just like jumping off. I was like,
Did he
the
run
guy was
Mardi Gras
amazing.
too?
No, he was Uncle Vic's only. He actually didn't own the building. What it was, he told me, he was a DJ in Cleveland, I think, or somewhere. He was a DJ on the radio. And somebody made him an offer to build a nightclub around him, basically designed completely around him. So... And he got a percentage of the door sales, essentially. So he said back then, at that time, he went from making like, I think he said like 200 a week, back when they opened Vic's, to like 7,000 a week.
Wow.
That was the jump that he got from running Vic's.
Wow.
And then he just, he just would focus on it. But the thing he said was that eventually that same crowd and the dance drew in like drug dealers and thugs, and it happened so fast that he didn't have control over it. He goes, and we just had to shut it down. He goes, it happened so quick, just out of nowhere. You know what I mean? He said it's just the way it went. Yeah, because that was awesome when we were kids. I mean, that's how you met girls. That's how you met. You know what I mean?
Well, you got internet now, so you're right.
Yeah, it's not the same.
It's not
though.
the same.
It's not the same.
Oh, it's so terrible.
I'm just kidding.
These poor girls are flying by the seat of their pants. At least when you meet them, you could see if there's a creepy vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These guys on the internet are throwing out game at like 400, and when one sticks, they're like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?"
It's terrible. I don't know how anybody finds love these days in that way. It's so terrible.
Then you get a girl with extra equipment and stuff. It's like,
Oh my God.
like, that's not what I was
never
looking
know.
for. Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, and there's all that cat. I mean, there's a whole show, Catfish, like that whole show based on people bullshitting them.
How many genders are there?
2.
There's 2 genders.
Two genders.
2 genders.
See?
She
Yeah.
says there's 2.
That's right.
I know. I heard your guys'
So
podcast
what-
about this. Okay, I know where this is going. Okay.
So what's Caitlyn Jenner?
Okay, Kate. So here's the thing.
That's where the problem
okay, so here's the
lies.
thing. I'm into science, right? I'm a nurse, so I feel like you can be what you want to be on the outside, but what you were born is what you were born. Like you were either born a man or a woman. Now, because for instance, so Caitlyn Jenner comes into the hospital with a stomach ache. Right? I'm not going to
Say
test
she's
her
pregnant?
and ask her if she's pregnant, right? I'm not going to test her for that because I know
It's
that she's
impossible.
not.
Right,
Okay?
correct.
Now, I will call her a she if she wants me to call her that. I will call her whatever she wants me to call her because I'm going to respect you and whatever you wish. However, if we're going to go down, it depends on what we're talking about. If we're talking about science and something specific like that, you're
See, I
either a
get
man or a woman.
aggravated with the science because the same people that want to tell us that gender's fluid and all this stupid shit are the same people to tell us that we should trust the science for vaccines, and it's like,
Oh yeah. So
which one am I supposed to believe?
Do you got the shots?
No comment.
The
No,
COVID?
you don't.
The COVID
No.
vaccines? No. They didn't do them.
Most nurses and they don't.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't know. I
I'm
know
sorry.
a lot that
I
do.
played in COVID. So when COVID came out, I was working at the Cleveland Clinic main campus. I worked orthopedic med surg, so a lot of shoulder, knee surgeries, stuff like that. When the no contact order came in and the hospital started getting overpacked, we closed down our unit. No elective surgeries. We became a COVID unit. So right when this all started, nobody knew what was going on. Everybody's scared, hiding at home, and I have to be out there every single day, front line, you know what I mean, dealing with this. I mean, we would be in the middle of our shift with somebody, and then all of a sudden find out 8 hours after you've been in their face, oh, they're COVID positive, and I've been exposed. So I just felt like, I don't know, exposure was enough vaccination for me. You know what I mean? I never got the shot. No, I was scared. I don't really trust our government.
I agree. I'm with
I
you.
don't trust them.
I don't trust them
and
either.
I
What
don't know.
about your bosses? Did they try to push you to have the
Yes.
shots?
In fact, there were many nurses who were forced. They were threatened. If you do not have your vaccination by this certain day, you will be taken off the schedule. We fought and fought and fought and fought. Some of us waited to the last minute, and then all of a sudden, lo and behold, it's no longer mandatory.
That's what happened
Yep.
with my brother. Because my brother,
works in a
Like, are you
COVID
kidding me?
unit.
my brother worked at Rydell, and they were telling him that they had to get it or they were getting let go. And my brother called me up and he goes, "I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to lose my job because I'm not getting this shot."
Right.
And luckily, though, his whole department, which he runs like the painting department for the helmets, they all weren't going to do it. They were all with him, and they're like, they're not going to lose their whole painting department. So that was that, and that kind of solved that for them at Rydell.
That whole thing was just, to me, it was kind of crooked and from the get-go.
Yeah.
You think?
Working in the hospitals and seeing behind the scenes, it was definitely, I would say, a little crooked.
Well, we never stopped. Like our business here, we started doing like carry-outs and stuff like that the next day. And we were busy as shit. We were around people all the time. And everybody that was coming here every day would go down the street and have a house party every day. So then when they reopened up, they were like telling me to tell them to separate. It's like, these people been together for this whole time. What am I supposed to say? No, don't be next to each other now? This is stupid.
And then
Right.
it come out, it didn't make any sense. It was all made up.
I thought it was all made up
6
from the
feet,
get-go.
that was all made up.
I was all on board when we started hearing that COVID was here and it was, could be potentially dangerous. I was cleaning all the booths. I was, making sure I shut the salad bar down was one of the main things I did. Because I thought, the salad bar, you could sneeze on or whatever. So I shut that down. I would go and wipe the handles constantly. I was doing everything. And then as soon as they shut it down, and I just went, yeah, whatever. I'm done now. I'm not, because it just all seemed like bullshit to me. The whole thing just seemed like bullshit. Because people could come in and get orders from me, but they couldn't sit down and eat.
Yeah, a
That
lot
makes
of it
no
did not
sense.
make any sense. I feel like it was just so. It was weird. The whole thing. The whole
Yeah.
thing was weird. I mean, if you're sick, stay home. If you're immunocompromised, stay home. If
The problem was, is COVID was so bad, you only knew if you had it if you got tested.
Right.
right,
So how would you know if you're sick and stay home?
And
You only could know if you got tested if you were sick.
it's kind of weird how there was no cases of the flu that year.
right.
None.
Yeah.
And how everyone
You're
in the
right.
hospital all of a sudden had it. And if you died,
From a gunshot wound, it was COVID.
but you had COVID, you died from
Right.
COVID.
Yeah.
You had cancer. If you had, you
Right,
know,
right.
stage 4 cancer.
Now, this is coming from a nurse.
But all of a sudden, you caught COVID.
Yep.
Now you died of COVID.
You know why? Because the hospitals
were getting lots of money
per
for
person that
every
was
person.
documented as COVID.
They were getting funds. Yep,
So
every one of them.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
anyways,
is COVID real? Yes, it's definitely, it's a virus. You can get it.
it's a strong flu.
And it could kill older people with
Right.
respiratory issues.
With respiratory issues,
So
for
could the
sure.
flu.
Yes.
I mean,
So could the
so
shot.
can pneumonia. Yeah. So can the shot. Hey,
So yeah,
it's scary when you all of a sudden fast track something like that. That all of a sudden it takes years to develop, and all of a sudden you just have it, and you're forcing people to take it.
yeah, they was having lottos and shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
you
got a chance to win millions of dollars. Yeah, I forgot
Come
about that.
on.
Right.
I forgot about
Then
that.
they're
You're
giving out French fries and shit.
Literally.
That shit was crazy.
No, that's not good. You don't do
Yeah,
that.
that was kind of bullshit. Not kind of. It was bullshit.
I
Yeah,
agree
there was no
100%. Yeah, 100%.
And then you talk to the people in the medical field, and they're all like, "That shit was bullshit from the get go."
Yeah,
I remember all the factories they were going to convert into respirator.
they did. Some of them, yeah. Started building
Ridiculous.
ventilators and
Yeah, a
stuff.
person's like, "No, I breathe fine." No, you don't. Start shoving it down their throat.
Wow. It was sad.
That was horrible.
It was
That
definitely horrible.
But I will say, we made a lot of money during that time. Travel nurse, I was doing. I left the Cleveland Clinic, started doing traveling. There was just such a need from a lot of people being scared and not wanting to
Right,
go to
right.
work. People being sick. A lot of the daycares closed. Nobody could even go to work. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Couldn't go to
So
funerals.
a lot of
Yeah, that was fucked up.
right. It was just too bad. It was just
This is the whole thing with the government. That's the thing that aggravates the shit out of me, because the same people, like I said, that same exact people that tell us to trust the science for that,
Right.
tell us to trust the science for transgender or whatever. They also are the same people that tell us, oh, we can't have Mexicans' parents separated from the children, but they didn't let us go see our grandparents when they were in the nursing home, and they didn't let me go see my daughter when she had Barrett in the hospital. Like, I mean, yeah, that was okay. Trust the science.
Right,
like,
right.
I just don't like you got to make sense somehow. Like, how is it okay for one and not the other? It just doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Unfortunately, our government is just so screwy. It's sad. Like I'm scared sometimes because it's like I don't know enough, but I know enough that I don't trust them.
In other words, you got common sense. Is that
Yes,
what it
I
is?
have
Oh,
common
okay.
sense, but I just don't trust them. So I take what they say with a grain of salt. I mean, I feel like the government has done so much to us if you look at history, everything that they've put
It's a lie.
people through, it's like, this is who's running us, right? And this is who we
Right.
have to listen to. Like, it's kind of scary. They don't really
very
care about
scary.
us,
It's extremely scary.
But
No
the gender
question.
thing, I'd say to each his own. I don't knock anybody, whoever you want to love, if you want to be a cat, if you want to be whatever you are. But when it comes down to certain things,
Yeah,
you
especially
are
medical.
what you are. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
My thing is I just don't want you to, one, make me adjust to you. And I don't want you to go and tell children or adjust the biological chemistry of a child to try and adjust. I mean, that to me, I don't think is okay. Even with the parents' consent, I don't think it's okay, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. And we just need to shelter the kids from that a little bit. Just, I mean, they'll be who they want to be in the future, but to push them a certain way or, either way is no good.
I've always been kind of like weird. Like, I remember, like, I think it was Ellen, I think was the first one. I'm trying to remember. Do you remember when it was a big deal on TV?
Yeah.
That one of them was kissing a girl or something on television? I don't know if you guys remember that or not. But I remember being aggravated that it's on public television and my children are here. I had Alexa and Haley, and now I got to explain to them about this, which is on TV. And I grew up, my mother's lesbian. She's married to a woman. But my mother never kissed her wife in front of my little girls. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. I think that's a little different, because we're talking about two different things, though.
no,
right?
we're not. No, we're not, because that was the beginning of it. Because before that, it was never allowed. It was never allowed. You would not have done that. That would have been considered pornography on television.
But when I say we're talking about two different things, I'm talking about it's one thing to love who you want, right? But it's another thing to say that you are a different thing because of who you love, right?
Correct. But it just went down a rabbit hole.
You can still be a woman and love other women, right?
Sure.
I don't judge. I don't. Either way, I don't judge. But I don't see anything wrong with that. It's my thing is when you're a woman and you love other women, but you want us to call you a man,
right?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
So
that's
you're
that's
talking
the
two
difference.
different
We're talking about
conversations,
gender or
But I'm talking about where it started in society, where all this stuff started being fed to people.
Mm-hmm.
It started because you let a little thing like that, and it sounds minor, and it doesn't sound like it's the same thing, but that's where it started. And then it was like, you were an asshole if you thought that shouldn't be on television. Then it was you were an asshole if this, and then you're an asshole if this. Then it's an asshole if this.
I guess I'm an asshole.
And then the next thing you know, they're in schools telling you that your children that there's multiple genders. They
right.
You know what I mean? It's just not. It didn't used to be accepted for the school to say anything to my kids about whether they want to be with a woman or a man or not. None of that should have had anything. First of all that is based about sex. Like, it's an adult thing that should have nothing to do with a child to consider or think about. And you should.
Well, what
definitely.
about if your child saw a man and a woman kissing on TV when they're not married?
Well, there was a time in this country when that wasn't allowed
right?
either.
Yeah, Lucille Ball and her husband.
They weren't allowed to
slept
sleep
in separate beds.
Right.
You know,
And it's went downhill ever since. And I mean, I'm for free speech and I'm for free whatever, things being on television. But I think that I remember specifically being upset about that. And now I feel almost like that was a little ridiculous of me. Mm-hmm. But honestly, when you look at it, and that was just the beginning of it, just going slowly and slightly downhill all the way since. And that's my biggest thing is I think that they keep getting you to accept a little more and accept a little more.
That it just becomes normal.
Right.
Well, I think it's that with a lot of things in society now is they want us to just accept whatever you think. Like, just because I feel this way, you have to say I am this way. You know?
Well, that's like my mom says.
A lot of things.
My mom, she gets mad that they do this LGBTQ or whatever it is. She goes, I don't want lumped in with them. They have a mental issue that they don't know what they are. I'm a woman that loves a woman. I'm not. I know what I am. I know what she is.
See, that's what
I'm saying.
Like,
my mom gets mad that they want to lump them into her. That it's like, why lump me in that? I have nothing to do with it.
It's kind of, I guess it's shallow of me, but whatever. If a guy comes in here, got a 9 o'clock shadow, a wig, a dress, I'm not gonna call him ma'am. I'm not going to say yes, ma'am.
I'll call you whatever you want.
That's what I'm saying. I work in a hospital where I have people come in that clearly like they want to be called a woman.
I ain't going to call them a man
but they got a shadow.
I'll leave that. I'll steer away from that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll be like, what do you want to drink? That's it.
They, them.
I'll be like, you. What do you want? I'm not going to get into it one way or another.
Well, we had the one guy that was coming here. He was an old man with like white hair, and he would come in and he looked like a man. He dressed like a man. His shirt was maybe a little blousy, I would say, but he would go in the girls' bathroom.
That bothers me.
Yeah.
That's where. Okay, so that's where we have the issue for sure. If you're a man, you have man parts. Go in because if I have a little girl and I don't want men in the bathroom with her.
Correct.
For why?
Right.
For why?
Right.
There's stalls. If you don't want anybody to see what parts you have, go in the stall. But to be in a bathroom with little girls and you're a man, that's a hell no for me. That's a F no.
Right.
That's no.
That's problems.
Yeah, that's definitely a problem.
I just wanted to say there's only two genders.
Are you going to ask every guest for now on? That's going to be your question.
You know what's funny is I just watched that podcast yesterday, and that's why I was like, I know where this is going. And I don't ever want, I don't want to offend anybody. I think to each his own, and I respect everyone for who they are. But the only time
but you're right.
Science,
who they are, not who they say, just make up.
Because if we're going to trust the science, let's trust the science. You're a fucking man.
Right.
That's it. I mean, that's the science. You're a man.
Right.
You were born with the right chromosomes that make you a male.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what differentiates us from being a man or a woman is,
Correct.
So if we dig down, what's the
Guido wants him to invent a whole new name for it.
Yeah.
He just wants them to make a whole new name. He doesn't like the name transgender for some reason. He wants it to be a different name. He wants a whole new vocabulary.
that all
You got some
Twist it up.
ideas, Guido? What do
You
got
said
in mind
make
here?
up another word for it. You said
No, that's
what you said. I got you. Roll the tape.
that's not
Roll the tape.
that's not in the right conversation. You're saying it wrong. But anyways,
Out of context.
I just don't. There is no other gender, so why would it be called trans?
What do you mean?
Trans is 3, right?
I don't think so. No.
Trans?
No. Transition.
No, transitioning.
Transition.
That's like
Oh.
changing.
It would be like
yeah.
transitioning.
I don't know. I don't care. I just ain't gonna call a guy with a 9 o'clock shadow in my face, ma'am. I'm not. I don't care. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm with you on it. I'm not gonna call him man, but I'm not gonna
Right.
say sir either. I mean,
I ain't gonna do that either.
Right,
but I'm
right.
really like,
I'm not gonna be disrespectful, but
no, I'm not.
I definitely flip flops. What is she talking about? Flip flops. Oh, you flip flop. You flip flop.
Who is that?
Amanda. She said
I
you're a
don't
flip
care what
flopper.
Amanda says.
You said what you said.
That's not what I said.
You said make a new name for it. She's right.
I don't think that's what it was talking about.
Yeah, I said, what do you call them then? Because that they're not like Caitlyn Jenner. She's something, he's something, whatever it is.
He's a man. He's
a man that likes
triathlon.
that likes
He
But
was
he
like-
walks like a woman.
Man, he was on
dresses
Chips.
like a woman, and he's got tits.
He was on Chips.
Your favorite show?
wasn't he on a magazine like the Woman of the Year? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
First year he was a woman.
Yeah. What a
Women
slap in the
was-
face
Yeah,
to every
that
woman.
pisses me off.
He beat
That-
you out.
that's where
He beat you that
I
year.
know.
That's what pisses me off. You know, that kind of shit right there.
He was on the
He beat
Wheaties
every
box.
man.
He was on the Wheaties box, and he was Woman of the Year.
Yeah, first year ever being a woman.
Yeah,
He's
that was
like-
a slap in the face.
Yeah, that's like a slap in the face to every successful woman out there
Yeah, it
because
is.
he's the
That is.
woman
That's
of the
horrible.
year.
I think the sports is where it irks me a little too. Is just,
Oh, that's over with now.
yeah. Well,
That's over with.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know
Two
that
genders. It's over
That,
with.
I get that, but that's Trump. The problem is that stuff, that boxing and stuff, that was going on like in the Olympics, and we don't control the Olympics.
Our end of it, we do. We just won't compete in that.
I guess maybe that's
And
possible.
a lot of other people ain't competing with that. They're
That's
walking
true.
away.
Yeah, a lot of people are
It's
walking
over
away.
with. I think that's over with. I think people woke up like, what the hell? Like, who would allow that?
Yeah, I think this whole Trump administration, everything that's going
Well, I
on
think it
with
was
it, I
before the
think
Trump
is
administration.
a result of that. I think that's a result of America going, okay, I've had enough.
Yeah.
I mean, when it's like when you seen that health secretary or whatever they had that was
Oh,
like
my God.
in the dress suit and it's like clearly a man and like it's like this is our human health
Right,
secretary.
right.
Like, come on.
And
I mean,
sloppy, not
it's
healthy
like,
at all.
trust the science.
Yeah.
Like, come on. It just, I think I think Trump in office is a result that America's fed up with all that. I really believe that wholeheartedly. I don't think if they would have pushed for all this transgender and allowing illegals to come into the country free willy-nilly, that I think Trump would have even had a chance. I don't think he would even remotely have
agree
had a
with that.
chance. But, they made it to where it's like, okay, we got to go the other side now. This is too much.
Because it was like the last 10 years just seemed weird to me.
yeah.
It just
The last 10 years.
yeah, right around 10. I'd say 10. Just
Something
got
like
weird.
that. It keeps getting weirder and
Right,
weirder.
and it was like,
weirder
when's
and
this
weirder
gonna
and weirder
stop?
And weirder and weirder. Yeah, it was getting real bad.
I don't know.
Anyways, all right, we've got Coquito to buy. We're gonna stock some and put it in on DoorDash and Grubhub. So if anybody wants to order it that way,
No drinking and driving.
I don't know. Well, they wouldn't. That's why they would order.
That's why I
it.
said no
Yeah,
drinking
yeah.
and driving.
That's right.
Yeah, because I had one glass. I'm buzzed already. That's a little bit much.
I had 1.5. I'm there.
You going to work, huh?
Right after this.
Time for work. Time for
Don't worry,
work.
you got to go to work.
That CPR. It keeps me in the rhythm.
I was gonna say you have a good rhythm when you do that.
But yeah, we'll try and get some on the Grub. I don't know about selling it, and maybe I'll sell it in here too.
There ain't nothing wrong with keeping a couple of bottles around.
Yeah, there is because they'll walk away with it.
Who will walk away? What are you talking
The
about?
workers.
The workers.
Oh, well,
You got to watch, man. I'm telling you.
They'll
You
get
got
to
to watch
tasting that.
everything.
They'll be like, man, that's pretty good.
Yeah, to pour a little extra. Pour
like,
a little
oops, this
extra.
was an extra. I didn't mean to pour this glass. I'm going to have to drink it. Well, as hard as your girls work, I think they deserve maybe some incentive. Maybe, You sell so much coquito, you get a free bottle. Maybe I'll help you out with that.
All
You know
right,
what I mean?
that'll work. I can.
I
live
would
with
love
that.
to pay them for their
But
good
we'll
work.
sell them as a bottle, though. If we're selling them here, it's only as a bottle, and they're not going to pour one drink.
Right,
It's an
yeah,
open or closed bottle. That way I can inventory it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't want to mess with it.
But I would definitely love to come up with some sort of incentive for your girls. If they sell so many bottles, maybe we can come up with a little
Okay.
extra for them.
All right. That'll work.
For sure.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming in and taking the time.
Thank you for having me.
It's been
I
fun.
appreciate
It was
it.
interesting. Everybody got a picture. I put the picture of the bottles and your label on the page, so everybody's been staring at it this whole podcast.
Beautiful.
Now, do you have a website they can go look at?
We do. It's right now it's trybeccaquitto.com.
Trybeccaquitto.com.
Yep, and
Okay.
we have all the retailers. We're going to be updating as we get more retailers. We'll be updating the sites that have the drink available.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for coming in.
Thank
and
you.
It was fun. Everybody else, go click and follow us on YouTube, TikTok,
And go buy a bottle.
and go buy a bottle of Beccaquitto.
Beccaquitto.
Beccaquitto. I like Beccaquitto better.
Beccaquitto. All right. We'll play with that. We'll play with that.
Peace.
Bye-bye.